Imagine a set of lessons so powerful that, once understood, they change the course of your life forever. Sounds dramatic? Think about it. How often have you found yourself repeating the same patterns, stuck in behaviors and choices that seem to dictate your fate? Maybe you've believed that your past defines who you are or that pleasing others is the only way to find acceptance. The truth is, the key to a fulfilling, authentic life isn't found outside of you but in the changes you make within. These life lessons are for anyone tired of living on the surface, seeking real transformation. We're talking about teachings that challenge your deepest beliefs, questioning everything you thought you knew about happiness, purpose, and inner peace. Want to change your life? Then get ready. These lessons aren't easy, but they're the ones that truly liberate and bring a satisfaction that's unshakable and enduring. Each of these lessons reveals truths you won't find in the average self-help book. They require courage, an open heart, and the willingness to face inner challenges. But once you absorb these teachings, there's no going back. And why would you want to? With these lessons, you'll be ready to take on whatever comes with a whole new perspective, living a life few dare to reach. Ready to never be the same again? Then don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this journey with others who are ready to transform their lives too. Change isn't just something that happens to you. It's the air you breathe, the ground you walk on. Life has this uncanny way of nudging you to let go of what once felt stable and familiar. You can almost imagine it whispering, "It's time to grow." Real peace, the kind that doesn't rely on anyone else's approval, comes when you stop clutching at the past. When you make self-respect your compass, every decision, big or small, starts aligning with who you truly are. Yet, letting go doesn't mean you stop caring or become indifferent. Think about it as curating your life's gallery, only displaying what adds value and joy. When you stop trying to please everyone, you free up space for what genuinely matters to you. Imagine being the artist of your life, painting only what brings you closer to peace, letting go of the brushes that no longer serve the picture you envision. This is the kind of empowerment that turns change from a threat into a gift. And here's where it gets interesting. Every time you release something, you make room for something even better. That sense of control you feel? It's an illusion, a mirage in the desert of uncertainty. Embracing change means trusting that, whatever the outcome, you'll find a way to thrive. If you're willing to put yourself out there, to step into that unknown, you'll find a strength within you that you didn't even know was there. A strength that's built not on what you hold onto, but on what you're willing to let go. Adversity, for most, feels like a mountain they'd rather not climb. Yet, those who face it head-on often discover an inner strength they didn't know existed. Challenges, whether small inconveniences or monumental hardships, carry with them a wealth of lessons. It's as though life hands you a toolkit for resilience, one experience at a time. These lessons aren't learned through comfort. They're learned through grit, through pushing past the pain to find something extraordinary within. Imagine a young athlete training through setbacks. Every failure, every fall, only builds their determination to get up and try again. Adversity is like a personal trainer, tough but invested in seeing you reach your peak potential. The discomfort you feel in the face of hardship isn't punishment. It's a sign of growth in progress. Each bruise, each scar is a testament to resilience that can't be gained any other way. Think of it as life's unspoken agreement, pain in exchange for strength. And there's an interesting twist. Adversity also teaches you to separate what matters from what doesn't. It sharpens your focus, helping you cut through the trivial and hone in on what truly deserves your time and energy. When faced with challenges, many realize that they're often chasing things they don't really need. It's in those tough moments that clarity surfaces, guiding them to reshape priorities. Adversity, ironically, becomes a tool for simplifying life. Look around at some of the world's most resilient individuals, and you'll find stories layered with hardship. The artist who paints through heartbreak, the entrepreneur who builds from the ashes of failure, the student who studies harder after every setback. These are people who don't avoid adversity but allow it to mold them. Each challenge refines their character, turning their struggles into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. So, how do you start seeing adversity differently? Begin by observing the small wins. Perhaps you managed to stay calm in a stressful situation or found a new solution to an old problem. These small victories are signs of resilience in action. They're the foundation stones of a stronger you. Recognizing these moments might seem insignificant, but they build up over time, creating a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks. Sometimes, facing adversity requires a mindset shift. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try, "What is this trying to teach me?" This subtle change in perspective can open doors to insights that otherwise stay hidden. You're not just a passive receiver of hardship, you're an active participant in finding its purpose. Remember, growth isn't about avoiding pain but about understanding and integrating the lessons it brings. Moreover, adversity has a way of bringing people closer together. Think of communities rebuilding after natural disasters, friends supporting each other through loss, or families overcoming financial hardship. These situations create bonds that run deep, built on shared experiences of endurance. It's this collective strength that adversity brings out, reminding you that you're not alone. Sometimes, the people you meet during tough times become the ones who stick with you through life. Interestingly, enduring adversity can boost your self-confidence. The more you overcome, the more you believe in your ability to tackle whatever comes next. This confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about a quiet assurance that you've weathered storms before and can do it again. Each challenge met and surpassed is like a badge of honor, a reminder of your capability. It's the kind of self-assurance that speaks for itself, no words needed. Practical ways to face adversity include setting small, achievable goals. When life feels overwhelming, break down your challenges into manageable steps. Focus on what you can control rather than what you can't. For example, if you're navigating a job loss, prioritize networking, updating your resume, and applying for roles daily. These steps may seem small, but they create momentum, transforming adversity from a massive wall into a series of manageable tasks. Consider the power of journaling during tough times. Writing out your thoughts and feelings isn't just cathartic, it also helps you track your progress and reflect on your journey. As days pass, you might find that your perspectives shift, that things which once felt insurmountable now seem conquerable. This exercise gives you a roadmap of your resilience in real time, a documented testament to your capacity for growth. Adversity also teaches the value of patience. When you're going through a rough patch, it's easy to feel rushed, to want immediate solutions. But the truth is, not every hardship has a quick fix. Learning to be patient, to trust the process, is often the key to coming out stronger. It's in the waiting, the enduring, that real transformation happens. Patience becomes not just a virtue but a survival tool in navigating life's storms. Another strategy for managing adversity is to seek wisdom from others who've been through similar situations. Books, podcasts, and interviews with people who've faced challenges can be incredibly inspiring. For instance, reading Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning can provide insights into finding purpose amid suffering. Surrounding yourself with these voices of resilience can give you fresh perspectives on your own struggles. Adversity invites you to practice self-compassion. Often, in difficult times, people are harsh on themselves, expecting perfection in an imperfect situation. Instead, try treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend in distress. This shift from self-criticism to self-compassion can be the difference between sinking and swimming when adversity strikes. Give yourself permission to feel, to take breaks, and to seek support when needed. Remember, adversity doesn't mean you have to go it alone. Seeking support, whether from friends, family, or professionals, isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategy for strength. Counseling or therapy, for example, can provide tools to cope with stress and manage emotions. The strength found in connection often surprises people, offering new ways to handle hardship that they hadn't considered before. Resilience isn't built overnight. Like any skill, it requires practice and patience. Each challenge faced is like a repetition in the gym, gradually strengthening the muscles of endurance and adaptability. So, don't be discouraged by setbacks. Each one is a building block, a crucial piece in developing a mindset that's prepared for whatever comes next. Finally, there's a quiet confidence that comes from facing adversity. This isn't the boastful kind, but a calm assurance that you're capable, regardless of circumstances. It's a resilience that doesn't need to be loud or obvious. It simply is. Each hardship overcome adds to this quiet strength, preparing you for the next stage of life's journey. Adversity, then, becomes not just something to survive but something to embrace. It's a process that, while uncomfortable, ultimately refines you. It transforms you into a stronger, wiser, more resilient version of yourself. And with each challenge faced, you step closer to a version of yourself that is unbreakable. Self-improvement isn't about perfection. It's about progress. In a world that constantly shifts and evolves, the most valuable investment you can make is in yourself. This journey doesn't require you to become a different person, but rather the best version of who you already are. Imagine your mind as a garden. It needs care, watering, and yes, a bit of weeding. By focusing on self-education and personal growth, you're cultivating something that, with time, will flourish and yield remarkable results. Think about it. Each new skill, every piece of knowledge, adds another layer to your potential. Self-education doesn't mean you have to spend hours buried in books, although that can certainly help. It's about being curious, asking questions, and seeking out experiences that enrich your understanding. If you're interested in business, try reading Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman for insights into decision-making. These small steps become part of a larger journey towards mastery. One of the keys to self-improvement is setting intentional goals. Without direction, it's easy to get caught up in the noise of daily life. Ask yourself what you truly want to achieve and why. Maybe it's learning a new language, mastering a specific skill, or simply becoming more self-disciplined. When you have clear goals, every decision becomes easier because you're guided by a purpose rather than mere chance. Self-improvement is not about wandering. It's about walking towards something meaningful. The journey towards self-betterment also requires you to rely on yourself, especially when it comes to validation. Too often, people seek approval from others, believing that validation must come from outside sources. But true growth comes from within, from knowing and trusting in your own worth. Imagine what you could accomplish if you valued your own opinion as much as you valued others. When you stop relying on external praise, you'll find a freedom that makes personal growth even more rewarding. Personal development is more than just a checklist of goals. It's a mindset. It's the ability to look at each day as an opportunity to become better, even in small ways. Some days, progress might look like learning something new, while on others, it might be about patience or resilience. Self-improvement is a lifestyle, a continuous cycle of introspection, action, and reflection. And this cycle, it's what keeps you grounded and focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Practical self-improvement also means cultivating habits that support growth. Reading daily, setting time aside for exercise, and practicing mindfulness are all steps towards a more fulfilled life. Let's say you want to become more disciplined. Start by implementing a morning routine that prioritizes productivity. Wake up a little earlier, review your goals, and tackle your most challenging task first. It's these small, consistent habits that set you on the path to greater personal achievements. One overlooked aspect of self-improvement is learning to embrace failure. Not every attempt will be a success, and that's perfectly fine. Failure isn't a sign of incompetence. It's a natural part of growth. Consider the stories of successful individuals who faced setbacks, authors who faced countless rejections before getting published, or athletes who missed out on big wins before mastering their sport. Every failure is a stepping stone, a chance to learn and refine your approach. Self-improvement also involves being open to feedback. Constructive criticism, when received with an open mind, can be a powerful tool for growth. Think about the people you admire, leaders, mentors, or experts in their fields. They didn't get to where they are by ignoring feedback. They sought it out and used it to improve. Feedback can be uncomfortable, but it's invaluable. Next time someone offers a suggestion, take a moment to listen and reflect rather than react defensively. There's a lot to be said for curiosity on the journey to self-improvement. A curious mind is never bored and always finds something to learn. Think of self-improvement as a journey where every experience, good or bad, teaches you something new. Maybe you take up a new hobby, explore a different perspective, or travel to a place outside your comfort zone. Curiosity fuels growth, encouraging you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep improving. Consider the power of reflection as part of self-improvement. Taking time to assess what's working and what isn't allows you to recalibrate and refine your path forward. Journaling is an excellent way to reflect, providing a snapshot of your thoughts, progress, and areas of growth. Each entry becomes a reminder of where you've been and a guide for where you're going. It's a practice that not only strengthens your understanding of yourself but also reveals patterns that can guide your decisions. In the realm of self-improvement, patience is key. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process. It's easy to become discouraged when progress seems slow, but each small step counts. Imagine planting a seed. It doesn't sprout immediately, yet with care and time, it eventually grows. The same goes for personal growth. It requires patience, consistency, and the belief that every effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you're striving to become. One way to accelerate personal growth is through mentorship. Finding someone who's walked the path you aspire to take can provide invaluable insights and guidance. Whether it's a colleague, a coach, or an industry leader, mentors can offer perspectives that help you avoid pitfalls and stay motivated. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, for instance, finding a mentor in that field can fast-track your learning. Mentorship turns self-improvement into a shared journey rather than a solitary pursuit. Books are timeless mentors, filled with wisdom from those who've spent years honing their craft. Reading allows you to learn from the experiences of others without having to endure their hardships. If personal growth is your focus, try classics like The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, which explores how habits shape our lives. Books are a gateway to perspectives and knowledge that can transform your approach to self-improvement, providing tools that enrich your journey. Self-improvement also means challenging your own beliefs. Sometimes, the only thing holding you back is your own mindset. For instance, if you believe you're not good with numbers, that belief can become a barrier to learning financial literacy. By challenging such limiting beliefs, you open doors to new skills and opportunities. Consider reframing your self-talk. Instead of "I can't," try "I'm learning," and watch how your world expands. A critical part of self-improvement is learning to manage stress. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and exercise can significantly enhance your well-being. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine can boost your mental clarity and emotional resilience, allowing you to stay focused and calm even in challenging situations. Managing stress isn't just about feeling better. It's about maintaining a state of mind conducive to growth and learning. Self-improvement doesn't mean going it alone. Sharing your goals with trusted friends or family members can provide a support system that keeps you accountable. Sometimes, simply talking about your aspirations with someone you trust can motivate you to stay on track. Don't be afraid to seek support. Self-improvement is a journey best undertaken with people who understand your vision and encourage your progress. Ultimately, self-improvement isn't a destination. It's a lifelong journey. There's always something new to learn, another layer to uncover, and further to go. The beauty of self-improvement lies in its endless possibilities. It's the recognition that each day brings a chance to be better than yesterday, that every experience adds depth to your character. And with every step, you build a foundation that supports not just who you are, but who you're capable of becoming. Time is the one resource that, once spent, can never be reclaimed. In a world constantly demanding our attention, learning to value time is like finding a rare treasure. Imagine time as sand slipping through your fingers. No matter how tight your grip, it continues to fall. The choices you make daily about where to spend your time define the quality of your life. So, the question becomes, are you investing your time in things that genuinely matter? Think of relationships as investments. The time you spend with loved ones, friends, and mentors pays dividends that material possessions never could. Meaningful relationships provide joy, support, and even lessons that shape who you are. Picture the moments you've shared with close friends or family. These are moments that add color to your life's canvas. Prioritizing time with people who uplift you is one of the most fulfilling investments you can make. But valuing time also means learning to say no. It's tempting to agree to every invitation, every meeting, and every request that comes your way. However, each yes is a commitment of your time that could be spent on things that align with your values. Saying no isn't selfish, it's a form of self-respect. Imagine how much more focused and peaceful life could be if you reserved your time only for what truly enriches you. Consider how technology can be both a friend and a foe to time management. With screens constantly calling for your attention, it's easy to lose hours in mindless scrolling. Setting boundaries with devices can help you reclaim those hours for activities that foster personal growth and connection. Try allocating no screen times during meals or in the hour before bed. These small habits can have a profound impact on how you experience time. The value of time becomes even more apparent when you think about life's unpredictability. Each day is a gift, an opportunity to create memories and grow. No one knows what tomorrow holds, So why not live fully in the present? Instead of postponing happiness or waiting for a better time, seize the moments you have now. It's in these fleeting instances that life's true beauty resides, in the here and now. Building meaningful relationships also requires time, patience, and care. Just as you wouldn't expect a plant to grow without water, relationships need nurturing to thrive. Take time to listen, to understand, and to support the people who matter to you. Relationships are strengthened not by grand gestures but by the small, consistent acts of kindness and consideration. It's the quiet moments, the shared laughs, the silent support, that form the backbone of strong bonds. Time spent with the right people is time well spent. Surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you elevates your experience of life. These are the relationships that push you to grow, that lift you during hard times, and celebrate with you during victories. Seek out these connections, for they add immeasurable value to your life. Just as iron sharpens iron, the right company refines and strengthens you. Every relationship has its season. Some people enter your life for a brief period, while others remain for the long haul. Recognizing this reality can help you appreciate relationships without clinging to them. Some friendships evolve, and that's okay. Cherishing the time you have with someone, while understanding that life may take you on different paths, allows you to experience relationships without fear of loss. This is how you truly honor the time shared with others. Time is also an essential component of self-care. Spending time alone, away from distractions, gives you a chance to reconnect with yourself. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's an opportunity to recharge and reflect. Whether it's reading, journaling, or simply sitting in quiet, moments spent with yourself are just as important as those spent with others. Self-care fortifies your mind and spirit, equipping you to handle whatever life throws your way. In valuing time, you learn to distinguish between urgent and important. Not everything that demands your attention deserves it. This distinction is crucial in making decisions that align with your goals and values. Urgent matters may scream for attention, but it's the important ones that shape your life. Take a step back, evaluate your priorities, and focus your time on what truly contributes to your growth and happiness. Think about the value of time in terms of experiences. Material things may provide momentary pleasure, but experiences create lasting memories and personal growth. Instead of buying the latest gadget, consider investing in travel, learning a new skill, or spending a weekend exploring nature. These experiences not only enrich your life but also offer perspectives that deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Time also plays a crucial role in forgiveness and healing. Holding on to grudges or past hurts consumes emotional energy and occupies mental space. By choosing to let go, you free up time and energy to focus on the present and the future. Forgiveness isn't about condoning wrongdoing. It's about releasing yourself from the weight of resentment. Imagine the peace you could feel if you used that time to build new, positive memories. Valuing time means respecting other people's time as well. Punctuality, clear communication, and reliability show that you value the time of those around you. These small acts of respect strengthen relationships and create trust. When people see that you respect their time, they're more likely to reciprocate. It's a mutual exchange that enriches connections and demonstrates consideration for each other's lives. Understanding the finite nature of time can inspire gratitude. When you recognize that every moment is a gift, you begin to appreciate even the small, everyday occurrences. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, allowing you to see the beauty in simple things: a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or a quiet evening. This mindset fosters contentment and makes each moment feel more significant. Time, when spent wisely, becomes a source of fulfillment rather than regret. Reflect on the end of each day, asking yourself if you spent your time in a way that aligns with your values. Were you present? Did you invest in relationships and activities that bring joy and growth? These reflections can guide you to make adjustments, ensuring that each day is used in ways that honor your time and energy. In valuing time, it's important to strike a balance between planning for the future and enjoying the present. While goals and aspirations are essential, over-focusing on them can lead to missing out on today's simple joys. Remember, life is happening now. Planning is good, but don't let it rob you of the beauty in the present. Sometimes, the best use of time is simply to be, savoring a moment, a conversation, or a beautiful view. Finally, Remember that valuing time and relationships doesn't mean cramming every moment with productivity. Rest and relaxation are essential to a fulfilling life. Taking time to recharge is an investment in your future well-being. A balanced life includes moments of quiet, where you're simply being rather than doing. These moments give you the energy to return to your tasks and relationships refreshed and ready to give your best. Time and relationships, when treasured, become the foundation of a life well lived. They shape who you are, offering lessons, joy, and growth. By recognizing the importance of time and choosing to invest it wisely, you create a life filled with meaning, connection, and fulfillment. And as you journey through life, each moment spent well becomes a part of your legacy. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as something you do for others, but in truth, it's a gift you give to yourself. Holding on to grievances, whether big or small, is like carrying a weight that only grows heavier with time. When you choose to forgive, you're not excusing the other person's actions. You're releasing yourself from the grip of resentment. Imagine it as cutting a rope that's been holding you back, freeing yourself to move forward with a lighter heart and clearer mind. Letting go, however, isn't always easy. Memories have a way of lingering, replaying events in your mind long after they've passed. But true peace comes when you choose not to dwell on these moments. Instead, you focus on the lessons they taught you. Perhaps you learned something about trust, boundaries, or resilience. By extracting the wisdom from these experiences, you transform pain into growth, using it as a foundation for a stronger, more grounded self. Think of forgiveness as an act of self-care. Just as you'd nurture your physical health, letting go of emotional burdens is a way to nurture your mental and emotional well-being. Harboring grudges consumes energy, time, and focus that could be better spent elsewhere. Imagine if, instead of revisiting past grievances, you redirected that energy toward a personal goal, a creative project, or a relationship that brings joy. Forgiveness, in this sense, becomes a doorway to new possibilities. Some find it helpful to practice forgiveness through writing. Try writing a letter, not to send, but to release your feelings. In this letter, express everything you've been holding on to, without filtering or editing. Once you're done, you might feel a sense of relief, as if a weight has been lifted. This act of putting words to your emotions can be incredibly cathartic, helping you gain clarity and move one step closer to letting go. Forgiveness also extends to yourself. Many people are harsher on themselves than they are on others, holding on to guilt for past mistakes. But just as you'd forgive a friend, you deserve the same kindness. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and then release the guilt. Self-forgiveness is a powerful step towards self-acceptance, allowing you to move forward without the shadow of past regrets clouding your path. Letting go can sometimes feel like surrendering control, and in a way it is. But this surrender isn't a loss. It's a gain. By letting go of what you can't change, you create space for new experiences, relationships, and opportunities. It's like cleaning out a cluttered room. The more you remove, the more open and inviting the space becomes. This openness is where peace resides, free from the weight of unresolved issues. To forgive doesn't mean you forget. It means you remember without resentment. Imagine being able to recall a painful memory without feeling bitterness. It's a powerful form of freedom. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, you see it as part of your journey, a chapter that helps shape who you are today. This perspective allows you to look back with understanding rather than anger, finding strength in the lessons rather than in the pain. Forgiveness can be practiced in silence, without announcing it to anyone. Some hurts don't need public resolution. They only require inner peace. You might never tell the person who hurt you that you've forgiven them, and that's okay. Forgiveness isn't about validation from others. It's about releasing yourself. This quiet, internal act of forgiveness is often the most powerful, as it's rooted in self-respect and a commitment to personal peace. Letting go also means accepting that people are flawed, including yourself. Expecting perfection from anyone, whether it's a friend, family member, or even yourself, leads to inevitable disappointment. Forgiveness allows you to see others as they are, acknowledging their imperfections without judgment. This acceptance brings a sense of peace, as you no longer feel the need to control or fix others. Instead, you embrace the reality of human nature with compassion. Learning to let go is also about managing expectations. Sometimes, we hold on to resentment because we expect others to act or respond a certain way. When those expectations aren't met, we feel hurt. By releasing these expectations, you free yourself from the cycle of disappointment. Instead of expecting specific outcomes, you allow relationships and situations to unfold naturally, appreciating them for what they are rather than what you wish they would be. Forgiveness doesn't erase the boundaries you've set. In fact, it often reinforces them. When you forgive, you're not inviting someone to hurt you again. You're choosing not to let their actions control your emotions. Strong boundaries allow you to forgive without compromising your self-respect. This way, forgiveness becomes a strength, a choice to protect your peace without reopening old wounds. Sometimes, letting go means stepping away from toxic relationships. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay, and that's okay. Recognizing when a relationship no longer serves you is an act of self-care. By distancing yourself from negativity, you're creating room for people who uplift and support you. This isn't an act of anger, it's an act of love for yourself. Letting go of certain people can be the ultimate act of forgiveness. Forgiveness is also a way of breaking cycles. If you grew up around resentment or have seen others hold grudges, it's easy to repeat those patterns. But by choosing forgiveness, you're creating a new path, one where peace and acceptance replace bitterness and anger. This choice doesn't just affect you, it affects those around you. You become an example of resilience and compassion, inspiring others to let go of their own burdens. In practicing forgiveness, you learn the art of gratitude. Instead of focusing on what was lost, you appreciate what you gained from the experience. Maybe it taught you resilience, courage, or patience. By finding gratitude in difficult situations, you transform pain into appreciation. This shift in focus opens your heart to positivity, creating a foundation of peace that no one can shake. Forgiveness is a journey, not a one-time event. Some days, you might feel like you've fully let go, only to find old feelings resurface. This is natural. Forgiveness is a process, one that requires patience and self-compassion. Give yourself time to heal and revisit forgiveness as needed. Each step brings you closer to a place of lasting peace, even if it takes multiple tries. There's strength in vulnerability, in admitting that you've been hurt and choosing to forgive anyway. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a sign of courage. By embracing vulnerability, you allow yourself to heal. The act of forgiveness, in this sense, becomes a powerful declaration of resilience. It's a way of saying, I won't let this pain define me. At the core, forgiveness is an act of love. Love for yourself and, in some cases, for those who may not even deserve it. But this love isn't about condoning actions, it's about choosing peace over pain. By forgiving, you create a life driven not by resentment but by compassion and understanding. This is the path to true freedom, a life unburdened by the past, open to the limitless possibilities of the present. And as you let go, you make room for joy. Joy doesn't thrive in spaces filled with bitterness or regret. It needs light, openness, and acceptance. When you practice forgiveness, you create a fertile ground where joy can grow. Each step toward letting go is a step toward a life filled with happiness, peace, and the boundless potential to move forward with grace. Now that you've explored these powerful life lessons, the question is, will you apply them? Will you challenge yourself to let go of what no longer serves you, embrace change, and focus on becoming your best self? Imagine what your life could look like if you stopped settling and started living with true purpose. How much more fulfilled would you feel if every decision, every relationship, aligned with your values? But remember, knowing isn't enough. Action is what transforms. Are you ready to take that first step? To make forgiveness, self-respect, and resilience a part of your daily life? Change doesn't happen overnight, but each small effort brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. Don't let these insights go to waste. Start today, commit to growth, and watch the incredible shift that follows. If you're serious about this journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video with someone who's ready to change their life too. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any more valuable insights. Let's continue this journey together, because the best is yet to come.